This is a stitched-together compilation of TikToks explaining why some believe the U.S. is heading toward collapse. I don't own these clips. This is purely for educational and awareness purposes.
Who pays tariffs, Mr. Secretary? No. Answer the questions I asked, please. I only have 5 minutes. Who pays tariffs?
Sorry? Well,
who pays tariffs?
Sorry,
Mr. Secretary, please.
Excuse me.
The question is very simply, who pays tariffs, Mr. Chairman? I'd like him to answer that question.
Well,
He wants to answer other questions.
well, Congressman, if the exporters, dislike tariffs so much, why wouldn't they? If I think what you're trying to get me to say.
Did you remember the question? I'm not sure you did. Who pays tariffs?
It's a very complicated question.
Reclaiming my time. People pay tariffs, right? Reclaiming my time, Mr. Secretary. Reclaiming my time, Mr. Secretary. Reclaiming my time. You clearly aren't going to answer. I'm not going to waste my time having you go, Mr. Secretary, reclaiming, Mr. Chairman, I asked reclaiming my time, so I'll ask one more time. Who pays tariffs?
Sir, the history would show that it is a complicated mix of who pays the tariffs over various times.
So that's exactly the problem. If your answer, and you are a very educated person, you have a very impressive bio, cannot answer the question who pays tariffs because you won't answer that, and you say it's a complicated issue, it's not complicated. Consumers pay Trump's tariff tax.
Welcome to the apocalypse, America, because we just got some new data out on trade and America is cooked. To mitigate some of the damage from the tariffs, lots of companies knew that they were coming and they made the calculated decision to buy lots of products from foreign countries before the tariffs came in to save money and to obviously create a stockpile so they're less affected by the tariffs, right? We just got a bunch of data showing what the US has traded over the last few months, and a majority of the trade of buying ahead of time to avoid the tariffs has come from pharmaceutical companies, and a lot of companies actually haven't bought like furniture and other supplies and products and toys and all of these things. They haven't stockpiled them as much as people anticipated them to be, meaning that the US is probably going to run out of things far faster than they originally planned for. Modern systems that we have for trade and logistics are not built for long-term storage because it costs money to store things for a long time. It costs land, it costs resources, it costs people. So the modern logistical systems that we have rely on a product coming into a country, being stored for a very short period of time and quickly getting onto the shelves. So companies don't even have the money or resources to store things for a long period of time. So the system is not even ready for this type of thing. So they're going to run out so quickly, and things are about to get very bad for Americans.
Folks, this past weekend, Donald Trump gave an interview to Meet the Press. And in that interview, he was asked if he needed to uphold the Constitution. And he said, quote, "I don't know," close quote. The President of the United States of America said that he didn't know whether he needed to uphold the Constitution. Folks, we're in trouble. Our nation is in dire trouble. When the President of the United States of America doesn't know or doesn't keep with his oath, because he's already given an oath, when he doesn't keep with his oath to preserve, to protect, and to defend the Constitution, our country is in trouble. Because without the Constitution, we have no protections. We don't have First Amendment protections. We don't have Second Amendment protections. We don't have Fourth Amendment protections. We don't have Fifth Amendment protections, Sixth Amendment protections. We don't have Eighth Amendment protections. We African Americans, we don't have 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment protections. We're in trouble when the president will not live up to his oath to preserve, to protect, and to defend the Constitution. It is amazing. My jaw dropped when I heard him say that. And it's a very serious thing, very serious thing. And let me just say, I can't help but to say, thank you. Thank you to all you folks who voted for Trump, especially you African American folks. There were 3 of you that I saw on CNN. You did a Van Jones interview. And you three African Americans, you said that you voted for Trump and that you would vote for him again, despite knowing what you know. I mean, do you understand what's really going on right now in this country? Do you understand the predicament those of you who voted for Trump have put this nation in? A man who, again, will not affirm his oath to protect, to preserve, and to defend the United States Constitution. We're in serious trouble. I really don't know where we are. Some scholars believe we're already in authoritarianism. Others are not so dire. But if we're not in authoritarianism, we're certainly on the verge of it. We're definitely on the verge of it. And that is very troubling, very unsettling. So, the only thing that I can come up with now is, in about a year and a half, about a year and 8 months actually, we're going to have the opportunity to vote. Hopefully, we'll have that opportunity. And we need to flip Congress. We got to do it. We got to flip Congress. We got to do that. Otherwise, again, our democracy, if we get to that point, it's just gone. It's gone. And that is sad. That is sad, having lived in a democracy all my years. And now, in less than 100 or about 110 days or so right now, our democracy is gone. It is gone when the President of the United States of America will not say that he has a duty to uphold the Constitution. We're all in dire straits, deep trouble. So, the hope I leave you with is, if there are elections in 2026, midterm elections, we got to be ready.
You are not lazy. You've been squeezed, and I can prove it. I'm Chinese. I've lived both China and West, and I've been watching what's happening here in America. People work harder than ever, some working 2 or 3 jobs, and still can't afford rent, food, or healthcare. Students are buried in debt. One hospital visit can ruin a family, and this is the richest country in this world. Something is not right. You've told the problem is Democrats or Republicans, but while you fight each other, billionaires are buying your homes, your laws, and your future. You almost feel like the Civil War never really ended. It just changed shape. While we are stuck fighting each other, someone else is winning. In China, we've seen what happens when people rise up against systems that forget the people. Twice. It's just in 1 century. Maybe it's time to stop looking left and right and start looking up. The 1% isn't a theory, it's math. If you've been feeling like the game is rigged, you are not crazy. You are just waking up. I'm not here to tell you what to think. I'm just here to ask, what if the real problem isn't who we were being told it is?